Okay, so hello everyone, and welcome and thank you for joining our very first Duolife testimonial call. Probably everybody knows me, but I'm Edith Gardner from Birmingham, and it's a pleasure to be your host today. This is a very exciting opportunity for all of us to come together and share our personal experiences with Duolife's 100% natural GMO-free products. And what's really special about this group is that we are truly multinational. And we have people from different countries, different backgrounds, and although we are all bringing unique accents to this conversation, English is our common language. And this diversity, I think it's a very beautiful thing, and especially because being part of one Duolife team, but we are a global family, and I think it's important, to share our commitments to wellness and natural solutions. And today we will spend the next 20 to 30 minutes hearing each other's stories about using Duolife supplements and vitamins. We share the different types of conditions and goals we have used these products for, and the positive changes they brought to our lives. And I would like to share your experience. Feel free to take about 2 minutes or 3 minutes. When it's your turn, please let us know which product you are talking about, what specific issue you had, and how you felt before starting the product, and share how long you've been using it, and how you felt after a week and after a month, and finally tell us how you feel overall about your health investment with Duolife. So I would like to ask at first, Ivona, if you don't mind, to start to share your experience, and I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to unmute you. I think, Ivona, you can unmute yourself. It's just on the left bottom corner.
Yes, can you hear me? Okay. How to make the story short and quick. January 2024, I had problem with my nasal sinus, so I took a lot of stuff. I don't know which to start with, but I think the problem mono, which is zinc with propolis, and vitamin C. At this time, I had in liquid. So I think this one helped me recover from like cold, a little bit of flu. So the first, then I was taking in August. I don't have now this, but it's like Fizzy Easy Energy. It's not this one, but quite similar, looks like Fizzy Easy for energy. I had the time that I didn't sleep well because I was watching Netflix till 2 o'clock in the morning. And then when I have to go to work at wake up at 7, after 5 hours, it was impossible. So Fizzy Easy after breakfast, and after 1 hour, I had a smile on my face, and I was coming to work happy and full of energy. And of course, my friend asked me what kind of drugs I'm taking, that I've got energy and I've got smile on my face. So, and in August, when I wasn't able to sleep because of my journey, and I slept like again 4 or 5 hours. So after small breakfast, easy. And after, if it wasn't enough, after 6 hours, which I think works like 7 hours in your body, I was taking another pill. And again, full of energy, no pain, and smile on your face. Now, I'm taking chlorophyll in the morning for energy, and the brain is like already, first in the morning, shot 25-30 milliliters, small breakfast, and of course protein and vegetables, no carbo for breakfast, because I think everything works together. If you tolerate carbo or not, or if you tolerate lactose or gluten, so you have to look as well, because if you take bread, and which I think I shouldn't eat because I got bloated and and recently I'm taking as well my blood, which I think really helps, but I'm taking Q10 as well, and I think this one, it really helps for my skin. For the last 10 years, I had bad skin on my arms and my back. Oh my goodness, what kind of cream I'm using? I'm not going to tell you how much I spent for this. And it was quite a lot, but this one, I think it was just £7. And after, I think I would say 10 days, I think after 7-10 days, I can see difference. So this is, what I will recommend so far. I've got, of course, more, like vitamin C. Vitamin C now I'm taking in powder because of my nasal sinus with zinc and propolis. And I think it's the best than the antibiotic. Okay. Thank you. This is all from me.
Thank you so much. Actually, it was really, really useful. I never really thought about, of course, Q10. It's not just, great for your heart and your cardiovascular system, but it's really great for the skin as well. So thank you so much, that shared this tip, because definitely it's something we can add, to our skincare routine, which is brilliant. Yeah, who would like to be the next one?
I'll go next. I hope everybody can understand my thick Brummie accent.
We are all
Um,
Brummies.
It is ridiculous. I'm Grace. Hello, everybody. I went to see Edit, the amazing Edit, in August of this year. So Edit will be able to tell you, I was literally desperate. I walked into that salon like a zombie. I had My main concern were my skin and my hair issues. So growing up, I was that annoying person, never had a spot, never had, like, my hair was absolutely fine. And then I hit the age of, I'm 25 now, but when I hit 21, everything just started going south. So my skin, I broke out, I had a patch here on my skin, um, which I just could not, sorry if you can hear fireworks in the background. I could not figure out what it was for love nor money. It just wouldn't go away, like creams, tablets. I tried absolutely everything, and in the end, it did clear itself up, but it didn't completely go away. So the patch that I had did clear slightly, but it never went. And ever since then, it was just getting me down. And then on top of other problems, I had no energy, and because of that, because of the issues with my skin and my hair, I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't care. I was really kind of letting myself go. I would do absolutely everything that anybody could recommend to me, I would have done. Yoga, meditation, reading, um, exercise, eating all the right foods, drinking 1 million liters of water a day, varying diet. And when I went to see Edit, I was at my wit's end. I was like, I was very skeptical, actually, because I thought there's nothing you can offer me that I've not already tried myself. Oh, how wrong was I? So I obviously Edit introduced me to Duolife, and anybody who will listen to me, I will tell them about these products. So, my main concern when Edit did the EWS tracker with me, was budget, because I was I was willing to pay. I was willing to pay, what it would take to fix these problems. However, we've all got a budget that we have to stick to. So I was saying to Eddie, I can't afford this and I want to get everything, but I can't afford everything. So we decided that I would purchase the day and night liquid and the Pro Select, wasn't it, for the first month. So ordered those. It took me about a week to order them because I was still a bit like, this is like a big commitment out of my monthly budget. Um, Ordered those, and within the first 2 days, my energy, I figured out that I had low blood pressure anyway, aside from all these problems, hence the, having no energy and not being able to keep up like in the day and things like that. Um, Literally within 2 days, I was going back. We actually had a bit of an emotional moment, didn't we, Edit? Because I called and I was crying. And I was like, "Is this in my head?" When I went back to see Edit, I said to her, "Is this a placebo? Am I just imagining this?" Because sometimes I think there is an element of that when you start doing something new or you start taking something because you think, "I really want this to work." So I started taking the day and night drinks, and yeah, like I said, after 2 days, I just felt absolutely unbelievable. It was mainly the energy that I could see a big difference in. I was being able to get up again. I used to love getting up at 5:30 and doing all my morning routines. I was such a morning person, an early bird, and then I found myself I had work at 8 o'clock and I wasn't getting out of bed till half seven. I just didn't care. I didn't have the energy to, and two, I didn't care because I was just so low within myself. So yeah, after the first week, I felt like a new woman. Everyone was like, and even people, like, my family and my friends were saying, "Bloody hell, what have you been taking? You similar to yourself." It was, other people were recognizing it. So that's when I knew, yeah, they were great. And the Pro Select as well had, I think, a huge difference in my skin situation. So I don't know, I'm not able to share my screen, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well on here. Um, but this, I don't know if it's gonna. My skin before, the pictures are not great. I'll have to put them on the group chat so you can see properly. Really puffy, like my face was ridiculously, it was out here puffy and everything. And then this is obviously now, and this was a week after. Um, can't see properly on there. I'll have to send them in the chat. But that was a week after a week of taking the day and night and the Pro Select. So the difference that it made to me within even just a week, I was so happy. And then so that was about mid-September, and then I booked in to see Edit again at the beginning of October, just so we could see where my levels were and on the chart. And we both just burst out crying because of how much of a difference it had made. And I was so happy that it wasn't in my head. I knew that I felt better, but I was happy that, I'm spending over £100 on products that are actually working. So yeah, that's me. And then decided to go on to the My Blood. So carried on with the Pro Select and is it Probactolade? Is that what it's called? Yeah. My Blood, Pro Select, Probactolade, and again, just still absolutely brilliant. And now it's been my third month now, and I've gone back onto day and night drinks because I love them so much. And with just as an example, obviously you all know they work anyway, but whenever people ask me, "Well, how do you know? How do you know that they're so good and that they work?" The first couple of days on the day and night drinks, with the morning drink, I'm able to take that on an empty stomach. It's fine with me. I take it with my breakfast, but sometimes I'll have the drink and then have my breakfast straight away, or sometimes I'll have my breakfast then have the drink. But if I'm in a rush and I take the drink and then have my breakfast when I'm at work, it's fine. But I was doing that with the My Blood, and every morning I was saying to Lewis, my partner, I was saying, I'm gonna be sick. I feel so sick. I can't believe it. I don't know what. I didn't even make the connection that I was taking my blood on an empty stomach. And it was literally I'd take it, and then about 5 to 10 minutes later, I was like, I had to go outside. I was having like, I was really warm. So I think that just goes to show how quickly they're getting into your system and how quickly they're doing their job. So I soon started eating and then taking the my blood. So yeah, back on the day and night drinks now with the Pro Select, because for me that's what I found personally worked the best, and energy's back up, and my blood was great, but it's just about budget really. Um, so yes, that is me. Hope that's okay.
Thank you so much, Grace, to share your experience, because it's extremely important, to sometimes talk about a little bit the downside as well, that yeah, you could feel sick, but it means that, you can make changes and you can figure it out, that yeah, maybe it takes a bit longer. And all these experience and testimonials is so important, because some people can be scared that, oh my gosh, what's happening? I don't know. But actually, I would say that's normal. So, can I ask Richard, to make his share with us, if it's okay?
Yeah, hi everyone. I don't really know. I don't know if I can live up to following the first two, to be honest. But yeah. So I've taken quite a few of the products, kind of on Edit's advice, really, because quite honestly, I'm sort of a typical. I don't want to stereotype males, but I'm kind of a typical male from my household, growing up. And what I mean by that is that, we don't even drink water. We kind of drink water as a last resort. I didn't even realize things like that were actually that important until I was a fully grown man. My diet and my lifestyle, because of my job that I went into, I'm a chef, has always been um disorganized and chaotic and just convenient. So, I eat a lot of things. Being a chef, I've kind of grown to like a lot of foods that perhaps other people wouldn't eat, or maybe would never even get to try. But the real truth of the matter is, chefs don't eat well. It's kind of a misconception that a lot of people think because we're chefs, we sit down and we have a beautiful dinner at lunchtime every day and things like that, and we don't. A lot of the food that we tend to eat at work is convenient, probably based around a lot of fats and carbohydrates, and if it's not those things, then it's a lot of sugar just to get quick energy. And I think I paid the price for that really. Really quite early on, when I was probably in my mid to late 20s, I started to notice a lot of I thought it was heartburn, which I guess it was, but then when I went to see my GP, he kind of told me that I've got like an acid reflux problem, which I think over the years has got worse and worse, to the point where it's kind of some days it can really affect everything that I do, because the acid tends to cause over time like quite a lot of pain in my sort of just above my stomach going into my windpipe. And the doctor did prescribe something a long time ago, so we're probably going back like 15 plus years now. I've been on a medication from the GP that probably a lot of people with the same complaint take, called Lanzaprazole, and there's nothing wrong with that, but because it did work to an extent. But the thing that I never really liked is that I kind of asked the GP, what will this do long term? Because if it's reversing things in my body, then what's going to happen in the long term. Is the, if I stop taking these, am I going to be okay? And his honest answer was, we don't know. And as you just heard, I haven't always been that conscious about what I put in my body, but as I've got older, I've become more aware of things that are important. And for me, I had to start looking for a substitute. So I take my gastrin. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one because the flavour's different. It's very different. It's not like anything else I've ever tasted, if I'm honest. But one of the things that I've always known, or always understood, is that sometimes the things that are really good for you don't taste that great, and they don't hit the pleasure centers in your brain. Sugar, it hits the pleasure centers in your brain, but it's not really good. Alcohol, same thing. Carbohydrates, greasy food, it all makes you feel good, but it doesn't really do much in the long run. But I got past the taste, and to be honest with you, after about probably 2 or 3 days of taking it, it just became quite normal. And the thing I like about all the Duolife products, if I'm honest, is just the sheer convenience, because I don't have time. It sounds crazy for, being a chef, but I don't have time to really prepare wholesome, nutritious food, day in, day out to take to work. And I certainly don't have time to stop and do that when I'm there. And one of the other things that got me to thinking about this stuff is I did a sort of quite basic but detailed course in nutrition at the College of Naturopathy in London, and all that information was incredible to me because no one had ever explained these things. So I got to understand like how certain foods work with the body. But when I really sat and thought about it, the cost of buying these ingredients, these raw ingredients, was just too much. And then they kind of went on to say that a lot of these ingredients that were probably quite expensive on their own really had to be organic. And then the cost doubled again. So I sat there and kind of worked out, how much would this cost on a weekly shop? And it was literally hundreds and not sustainable. And then obviously bringing into the fact that I've got to spend time cooking these things, preparing them, shopping for them, going out in the car, doing all this stuff, which I really don't have a lot of time to do most days. I'm quite happy just taking a little shot glass full of these nutrients, which that's all there is in there. There's no filler, there's no extra stuff. So it's almost like, it kind of reminds me of like a healthy version of what spacemen have. They have a little packet or a little drink and they just take it and they're fine, and I like that. It's convenient. And I've had sort of good results with the chlorophyll as well, which I love the taste of that. It's delicious, and it does just give me. I find a lot more extra energy, and the Fizzy Easy as well, the energy complex again, because I work late. I don't have time for I don't have sort of half an hour to spend preparing breakfast and doing things like that every day. So these things have been really helpful to me. So for me, it's just the fact that it can all be within a little 2 foot square space in the kitchen. It's there. There's the tablets, the capsules there, the shots of drink are there. The fizzy tablets are there, and it's all just there. And for me, that's what I like most about it. So yeah, thanks.
I'd love to
Thank
live
you
in your
so much.
house.
Was that something about being Brummy?
No, I said I'd love to live in your house.
Yeah. We have roughly 4 minutes left, so if you don't mind, Renata, you can grab the microphone and you can have your share as well.
Yeah, so I will do it quickly. So it was hard to choose what about to talk, because I testing and drinking for nearly 1.5 year many things. So I just quickly talk about the prostic, what is for my sciatica pain. And I just talked with Edith a few minutes ago, half an hour ago, what to choose. And the good things, I was used the normal dose every day for since January, and I didn't see any difference. I didn't feel any difference. But after I was listening Csaba Kis video, who is a Hungarian naturalist, and he was recommend to use if you have chronic pain, a higher dose. So I started to use 8 pieces each days, and after a month, I felt the difference. So it means it's don't give up if you don't feel difference, because it means something is maybe more painful or just need more time to use your body this. So this is quickly. And also another good, because I know everybody wants to talk about the day and night. And it's during a very short period, it set my period. And since that time, I don't need to worry when it's coming, because it's always on time. So that's it quickly to save the time.
Thank you so
And
much.
also, just a quick, I just passed the phone to my husband, and quickly he will talk about his testimony.
Let's go for it.
Hello. I can't hear anything.
Because you're talking.
Oh, okay. So, hello everybody. My name is András, who doesn't know me. I'm Renata's husband, and I just want to talk about a different product from Duolife, because I'm a truck driver. My eyes are more important. My eyes and brains are more important than any other senses in my job. So basically, I started using the pro-optical capsules, which are very effective and basically fix my eyesight even during night driving, probably in 2 weeks period. But I didn't take the advised dosage, I doubled it up. So I think the daily recommended dosage is 1 capsule per day. The first 2 weeks I took 2, one after I woke up, like 1 hour later, and the second one before I went to bed or close to bedtime. And in 2 weeks, basically my eyesight increased or recovered to the original level. I think that's the best definition, that recovered. And I'm using normally like for 3 months in a row continuously. Then I leave at least 1 month off, sometimes 2 months, depends on how is my eyesight, but definitely I leave at least 1 month off. And after that I start taking those, not medication, those vitamins, supplements again. So the very first time I took 2 every single day for 2 weeks. Then I just reduced this to 1, and since that. So the very first time for 2 weeks I took 2 capsules per day, then reduced it to 1 a day, but always in the morning before meal or with something I eat. So basically I eat breakfast. Then I do this for 3 months, then minimum 1 month off, but sometimes 2, and then carry on again. But as soon as I leave 3 months off, I always start with 2 capsules per day for 2 weeks. Because I don't know, maybe because of my body weight or the mineral levels in my body or the vitamin levels, but basically I need to take 2 per day in the first 2 weeks. And after that, my eyesight is highly increasing, and then I don't have problem. Before I started taking these, I always seeing like some like sparkles all around me. I think that's the best definition. In daytime, when you see it like little bling blings around, and after 2 days, it's just gone. Everything. So all these, just these sparkles are gone, and it not just improved my eyesight. Surprisingly, it was affecting my mind, my brain, and concentrating in a positive way. Not as much as like the My Mind product, but when I was taking both together, that was the best. Even my balancing capabilities were increased as well. I didn't feel dizzy. And basically that's it.
Yeah,
This is
thank
what
you
I can
very
say
much.
from the
Actually,
product.
it was really useful again, because if we remember that the dosage on the capsules or any bottles, basically it's for healthy people. Even though we're not talking about that these products can fix or heal anything, we can't say such a testimonials, of course. But if somebody has a chronic problem, as Renata mentioned, you can actually double the dosage up. And even with prorelaxin, which is actually really great for anxiety or panic attack or depression or any kind of emotional stress, you can take up to 12 capsules in a day. I wouldn't recommend to take like immediately 12, but you can start like 4, and you can wait a little bit. An hour later, you can take 2 again. And normally you don't even need to take that amount. But for example, like Renata's case is, the prostic. Prostic is brilliant if somebody has just like little joint problems here and there. But because her pain was work related, it means that constantly she was in pain. She had to actually almost tripled up the dosage. You can't really overdose these because they are just herbs and natural ingredients, so it won't really affect your health in a bad way. But it's very important actually just talk about briefly, especially if you recommend these products to anyone, that everybody can actually develop any allergic reaction to any natural products, not just having allergic reaction to chemicals. It's really important to mention that if somebody has like a higher stress level or a sudden emotional crash, in natural we can actually develop like any different allergic reaction, because this is how the psyche actually works. So it's quite fascinating. But it's very important that when we recommend any products or when we start to take, always read the ingredients. And even if you never had any problem or reaction, any supplements or anything, but suddenly you start to swelling up, or you're going to have like a really sudden rush, like in a couple of hours, that can be a sign of any allergic reaction. So in that case, stop taking immediately. But this is not the same when we start to actually do some detoxification. So, and my last one, I would like to talk about the chlorophyll. Many people, mentioned, how great this is, but this is my best choice. It's much easier to drink enough water during the day for me, because I just put, this 25 ml of shot in my water bottle, and it's much easier to drink the kind of 2 liters of water in a day. But the chlorophyll can actually boost the detoxification process. So when we have a detoxification process, that can be all sorts of side effects. Most of the time, it starts at first on your skin. So if you don't drink enough water, all these toxins, waste products can come out through your skin, through the pores. So that's why it's important, to encourage anyone who starts to take Duolife or any type of supplements, drink plenty of water, because that's going to flush out all the toxins. So that's a different story. Or if somebody has like a skin problem, even if it's eczema or psoriasis, when you start a detoxification process, all the symptoms can be worse. And sometimes it's very discouraging, because you feel that, oh my gosh, I pay a lot of money, I do the best I can do, but that's a normal side effect. But this is not the same when somebody starts to swelling up suddenly and feeling really bad. In that case, that person actually developed an allergic reaction to the products, which is possible. So it's just a tiny information, which I think it can be useful for all of us. And yeah, I have so many favorite products. I can't really choose one. I couldn't say that, wow, this is my best. But right now, I love chlorophyll. If I drink regularly, which sometimes I don't drink regularly, but in that case, I don't desire the coffee. So actually, maybe with Richard, we need to consider buying an expensive coffee again, or just drink a bit more chlorophyll, and we can save money on the expensive German coffee. But it was just like a side comment. So I'm really, really glad that today we were able to actually make this testimonial calls. I think I'm sure that we learned a lot already, and I really encourage that we should do these regular testimonials calls every single Sunday, 6:30 p.m. And we getting better, we're getting a bit faster, which is great. And I definitely encourage everyone to invite people, invite your loved ones, your mother, your father, anyone who speaks in English and understand what we are talking about. Because even though if they never tried Duolife, maybe they're going to make a decision and say that, you know what, I heard that woman or I heard that man, and actually that's very interesting what they said. Because sometimes we can't change, close family members and encourage them. But sometimes if someone else telling exactly the same story, that exactly what's there, but maybe they can listen to them. So thank you very much again. And I just wanted to quickly share that if you are local to Birmingham, we're going to have a Duolife Christmas on 15th of December. So we are all local apart Ivona. So if Ivona, if you're gonna have a day off or you can come, please welcome. We are welcome to you on the 15th of December, which is Sunday afternoon, to have Duolife Christmas with us. So thank you very much again, and see you next week. Have a good week. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone. Bye.